Okie dokies. So here is a way we could have students share their work with us on Google and a way we could organize it and make comments. So I'm going to go through it with you guys and here we go. So first thing I'm going to do is go into my drive at Google. So here we are. This is what my drive looks like. Yours might look a little differently. If you take a look, I've got all my folders right here. I like folders. And below you have the work that isn't in a folder. Yours might look like this. This is the tile view. I like it in the list view, but some people like the tile. So just I wanted to show you why yours might look different than mine. Again, here are my folders, and here is the work that is not in a folder. So if yours looks like this, that's why. We just have different views. That's right here. So I'm going to put it back to list because that's my preference. And what I'm going to do is I want to organize this. As you can see, I happen to have a thing for folders. I like them. So I am going to make a new folder for this one. So I'm going to click New. And the first thing that pops up is folder. So I'll go ahead and click there. And I'm going to title it 2019 to 2020 Student, spelling, Work for Virtual Learning. I don't know. I could change that later. I'm going to create that. And it's going to pop up in a minute. It's working, as you can see. So as soon as it pops up, here we go. I personally, if you notice, like to change the colors around. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to change the color. Again, that's personal preference. I'm going to go for yellow because it's sunny today. So there we go. I'm going to double click in this folder that I just created. And you're going to see here, I've got nothing in there yet. Brand new folder, nothing going on. So I'm going to create a new slide because I want to do these with slides. So new, and then down here in this yellow one is slide. Click there. And a new slide is going to pop up. I personally plan to do this for each individual student. You'll see the longest part of it is really just as it sits here and thinks about life. Google, in my opinion, is not the fastest thing, but I like it the best. So again, just personal preference. I'm going to click on this, make it blue, delete it. I'm going to click on this, make it blue, delete it. I just like doing that. I don't know. You don't need to do that. I am going to put my phone on vibrate because my dad is texting me now. I'm going to title this with a student name up here because I'll be sharing it with that student. So here we go. And I'm going to title it. There we go. Okay. That's basically what you need to do. Now, if you want to be nice and add some extra pages or slides in here for your kids to start them off, you can. On their video recording, I showed them how to do it. I showed them one way to do it. There are actually 3 ways. So just because we're sitting here, I will show you all 3 ways. And you can pick which way you like to do it. The first way is the way I showed the kids. You go to Insert, scroll down, New Slide. And that will show up there. Okay, that's way number 1. Way number 2 is to go ahead and click with the right button, and New Slide. And if you were looking very carefully there, you saw way number 3, which is press the control, which is CTRL, control, and M, and a new slide will appear. Okay. Again, that is the control button, CTRL, and press M, and you'll get a new slide. Or right click, new slide, or insert, new slide. You pick your favorite way, do what works for you. Here I have 7 slides for my friend Liam. I'm gonna go up to this first one. Now, if you want to see more about how to insert pictures, I have more of that on theirs, but I'll show you very quickly how they're going to do this. So insert is kind of going to be our favorite little area right now. So we're going to head to insert. Let's scroll back up, image. From image, you scroll down to the camera. Do you see where I am? I'm going to click camera, and it's going to pop up. Now, yep, here we go. This will pop up sometimes and say, do you really want to use that? So yes, click allow. Yes, I really want to use it. So here we go. The work is on the floor, so I'm going to pick that up right now. I have my packet. Here's how they're going to insert pictures. So you've got your packet or whatever it is we're having them turn in, writing, whatever. I just grabbed this. find the page they did. I don't know. Here we go. So here's the page. Now for this, they're kind of going to have to line it up and look. Oh, that looks pretty good. And you see this yellow right here? You're going to click that. There we go. And my picture appears right here. As you take more than one picture, or as they take more than one picture, they'll kind of show up below it. And which one you want to insert, you always want to have the blue box around. So you would click on the other pictures, and that's how you'll get the blue box around that. Again, if you watch the video for the kids, it's all in there because that's something I kind of figured out as I was recording. But hey, it's real life. We're figuring this out as we go, aren't we? So watch the one for the kids, and that will kind of show you what they should do when it's day 2, day 3, when they're inserting more pictures. So I'm gonna put this down. I've clicked, you can see the blue box around this picture. It's a beauty. And down here it says insert. So they're just gonna insert it and it will come up. Now they might just leave it like this, small, or they might make it bigger, but you certainly can make it bigger and should, because if it's like this, you're not gonna be able to see it. So I like to grab from corners because that stretches it out so it's not super, it just stretches it out evenly. But you can grab from any of those boxes. And you can grab from here. And there we go. And now we can take a closer look and we can kind of monkey around with it. Okay? So that's how they're going to insert pictures, and they will do it as they go. And you can also then, like, if you want to be fancy and remember it, you can insert a text box after you've taken a look at it and type in math homework. Whoa, spelling work for, I don't know, Tuesday, April 14th. Boom. Now I've labeled it. I don't know, just options for you if you want to organize it a little bit more. Now, this is, I'm going to show you how to share it with them in a second. This isn't shared with them yet. As you start doing this, you might want to add some comments. And again, I told you insert is going to be our favorite area. So here's our insert. And we can insert a comment. Great work, Liam. Keep it up. Check problem number 3. I don't know. There you go. I've inserted a comment that they can now see. Okay. So obviously one step I skipped and probably should have said before I started inserting pictures, but pretend I did. So I've labeled it as his name. I've made my slides. Your next step is right now you're going to want to share it with him because it's not shared. So I'm going to come to the share, and I'm going to go ahead and type in his name. I personally like to start with the last name because those are less common, but I'm going to show you both ways. You can do it with first names. So I type in Liam, space. Okay, or I can type in, like I said, I like to generally start with the last name only because they are less common. But if you have a student whose first name isn't common, you could start with the first name if you know how to spell that more than the last name. And then you're going to press send right here. See where it says send? I'm actually not going to send this to him right now because I'm not ready for that, but pretend I clicked send. This should be on so he can edit because you want him to be able to edit. You don't want him only to be able to view. Okay, so do make sure that it's on edit. You can tell that it's on view if it switches to an I. If you see an I right here, it means they can't make any edits, which means they can't take pictures of their work. If it is comment, you can see this comment. What you want them to do is be able to edit. So make sure that it's this pencil right here that shows that they can edit. This is going between you and them. Okay. If you want to share it with the parents, you get the shareable link. It's right here. I'm going to click. And here's the link. I just copy the link. See how I clicked copy? And I would go into my emails. New email. Liam's mom. And now I'm going to right click and paste. When you enter, it becomes a live link. If you want Liam's mom to be able to see this, even though you know Liam's mom does not have an email address, which says @menomintyfallsschools.org, no, wrong thing. You're going to want to change this because right now only people from Menominee Falls can view it. See how that is? I'm going to click more and I'm going to turn it on so that Liam's mom can also see this, even though she doesn't have a Menominee Falls Schools email address. And there we go. Okay. So I'm going to cancel. I would normally press my way thing. I would normally press send. I'm going to cancel because I actually don't want Liam to have this right now. But if I did, if I was ready to go, I'd press send. So done. Move you back down here. Okay, I've got the tab. Here's my Liam thing. If I come back to my 2019-2020 student work for virtual learning, which is the tab right next to it, you'll see Liam's is right here. I'm going to create one of these for each student. So I'm going to go to new, Google Slide. A new Google Slide will pop up. And then when it's ready for me to title it, I will go ahead. I don't know. Title it. I will share it with her. Remember how I did that? I'm not going to share it though. Pretend I shared it. Okay. Type it in, share it. I might put some more slides in here. Again, that's insert, new slide, or it is right click, new slide, or it is Control M, okay, whatever's suiting your fancy. And I come back to this tab. Now I've got one for those guys. I'm going to X these out because I don't like 1,000 things open right here. And I'm going to go to new, Google Slide. As a new one pops up, I will name it the next kid in my class that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Here we go. Delete Owen. And I will share it. So do you see how we can do this? And then, oops, here we go. Click done. There we go. Owen has popped up. You see how we can kind of get this and do this. And then as they go through and put their work in, it's organized in this file for us, and it will just continue. If I go into Liam's, because I did more with Liam, it will just go ahead and continue to add pictures and comments and things like that, where we can maybe kind of organize it that way. It's not turned sideways. I can make it bigger or smaller as needed, things like that. Okay, so this is the video for us teachers. I have included one that's also a video for the kids that if we choose to do it this way, we could send to the kids. Oh, one other thing. They will know there's a comment. Do you see this one right here? That means there's one comment. So slides that have that will show you that there's a comment on there. So there we go. That's an option for us from our end. Watch the students' end to kind of see how to make more than one picture and see me kind of mess up a little bit on it, but we're learning as we go together here, and that's reality. So between those two, we can kind of figure out what we want to do.